What's interesting about highly intelligent people? They rarely look the way we expect them to. We often imagine someone with an extremely high IQ as obviously brilliant, always talking, always solving problems out loud, always proving how much they know. But psychology tells a different story. Many people with extremely high intelligence show subtle, everyday habits that don't look impressive at first glance. They don't announce themselves. They just quietly think differently. And once you understand why, you'll probably start noticing these habits in people around you, maybe even in yourself. Here are 8 habits often found in people with extremely high IQ. The first is spending a lot of time alone. People with high intelligence are usually comfortable with solitude, not because they dislike others, but because their brain is constantly processing. Quiet time gives their mind space to reflect, plan, and make sense of complex ideas without interruption. Some research even suggests highly intelligent people feel less satisfied after long social interactions compared to others. Their brain simply craves stillness. The second is constant curiosity, not just big philosophical questions, small, everyday ones too. Why does this work this way? Why do people behave like that? Their mind is always searching for patterns underneath the surface. Curiosity becomes less of a personality trait and more like a constant background process running in their head. The third is talking to themselves. It sounds strange, but psychologists have a name for it: self-directed speech. It helps organize thoughts and strengthen focus. So when someone quietly narrates their own thinking out loud, it isn't a quirk. It's often a sign of an active mind working through something in real time. The fourth is being comfortable saying, "I don't know." People with very high intelligence tend to understand just how much complexity exists in the world. Instead of pretending to have answers, they sit comfortably with uncertainty because they know that admitting the limits of your knowledge is often smarter than pretending you have none. Now let's go a little deeper. The fifth habit is overthinking small things. An analytical mind rarely fully switches off. The same processing that helps solve big problems can also turn a simple decision into a long mental debate. From the outside, it can look like indecision, but internally, it's often just a brain quietly testing multiple possibilities before settling on one. The sixth is a sharp sense of humor. Humor actually requires complex mental work, recognizing patterns, breaking expectations, and connecting ideas that don't obviously belong together. It's no coincidence that people with higher intelligence often process humor a little differently, picking up on jokes or ironies others miss entirely. The seventh is changing their mind when the evidence changes. For highly intelligent people, beliefs work more like flexible models than fixed identities. When new information appears, they update their thinking instead of defending an old position out of pride. This mental flexibility is one of the clearest markers of advanced thinking. And the eighth is observing more than speaking. Instead of jumping straight into a conversation, they often sit back first, reading the room, picking up on emotional cues, and only then responding thoughtfully. It's not shyness, it's quiet pattern recognition happening in real time. Here's the strange part: if you misread these habits from the outside, they can look like the opposite of intelligence. Someone alone looks antisocial. Someone full of questions looks skeptical. Someone who changes their mind looks uncertain. But sometimes, these aren't weaknesses at all. They're just the quiet fingerprints of a mind constantly working beneath the surface. So maybe intelligence was never really about how loud someone is or how much they show off what they know. Maybe it was always about something quieter, a mind that keeps noticing, keeps questioning, and keeps trying to make sense of the strange, fascinating puzzle of being human. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.